Hey guys and gals, let's take a look at Lego Creator. This is set number 40602, and that's all the info I can provide to you. The Ambassador Network had left this one pretty much barren. The only thing I know is it's a gift with purchase offer, so looks like we get ourselves some holiday, looks like a vendor booth. We got a snowman and a tree, and it looks like we have 2 minifigures. Not too bad. And this is what it looks like in the manual. So it's not a collaborative build as far as I can tell. And yeah, 2 piles of bricks. It looks like we have some decent parts in here. Well, we're just going to jump right on in and get going here. And let's get started with bag number 1. Got to do the minifigures. And I've been kind of getting things done. I have less than 3 weeks left of work. After that, my brain will be turned off. And yeah. No, that's the wrong head for that, although that would work for her. All the heads in this are single-sided, of course. So, you know, I like those torsos, though. There's some Lego news going on right now. First off, Pick-a-Brick is removing a bunch of parts. I don't know what's with Lego anymore. If they don't want us buying any more parts, why don't they just start selling stuff in sets, and that'll be the end of that. So there's a lot of pieces on the list. I've already bought some of them, but I don't want to have to blow any more money on parts. So a lot of these parts I don't really need or have no desire to get, but still. And yeah, it's just kind of a bummer, and I'm waiting for part 2 of my haul to come in, and unfortunately it's going to come in a little too late. So guess what that means? Well, let me pick that up real quick. I have a tutorial that I had planned, but I have to change my schedule because guess what? That hair doesn't go on him. That's a him. That's a her. Because I need 6 pieces. They're not here, you know. So it's been kind of bad luck with that. So yeah, I mean, so that's pretty much what it is. Oh man, for this young man, he sure got he's got the grease. He's got the greaser look going on there. So, I'm all over the place right now. I've been parting out a bunch of sets and stuff like that. Okay. And so I've only got 1 more tutorial left. So I had 2 big vehicles I wanted to build. I can only do 1. So, the vehicle... Okay, you want to fall over there, huh? So the vehicle that I had planned will be released next year. When I get it done, it'll be on YouTube members or in Patreon. Everybody else will have to wait because this will have to be released in November of next year. So it'll be a while for everybody else to get a peek at that. But I don't know, I can't build it because guess what? I don't have the parts here. Now, always have yourself a backup plan. And yeah, and Lego does not provide me any with this info for this stuff, so I have no clue what this set is, but it looks cool on the box. Provided that they didn't give me any info for this other than it's a gift with purchase offer, looks pretty interesting. As a matter of fact, there's been some leaks going on about the Ambassador gift and how I'm hearing people complain, oh, this is depressing, this is not what we wanted. It's a gift, you know. I mean, it looks pretty interesting. Make a great build. And I'm always after for things that are different. But everybody wants these big, giant modulars. I really don't care if it's a modular or something small. Hey, it's free and I didn't have to buy it. And 2, it's free commentary stuff, you know. Some people just kind of get a little greedy on things. But hey, you know what? Stuff like I prefer these small sets over the big stuff any day. Okay. So I've been just parting out sets, parting out mocks, all that stuff. So a lot of things now, I'm just trying to clean up inventory because I'm hunting around for parts. Parts that my spreadsheets say, hey, I have these. Where are they at? And I'm looking and looking and looking, thinking, well, I have 22 black steering wheels. Where are they? Well, they're all on my vehicle tutorials that I've done, and I've never taken apart. I finally took apart that little red truck. You know those little 1x1 cheese slopes? Be careful with those. If you leave them on a brick for too long, they'll start splitting. I think, honestly, Lego shrinks after a while. I know plastic does that, but shouldn't do it that fast. So, yeah, I mean, I've already been kind of chewed out by some, oh, how dare you rip that apart? Well, you know, hey, guess what? I can build it again. I have building guides for all this stuff, you know, so it's not like I can revisit it anytime I want. Yeah, and I sound kind of angry. I just hadn't had a good night's sleep. I'm more anxious to get things done. Halfway through evaluations, or maybe 60% done with those. I got to get all of my paperwork done. Even though if I'm the owner, I have to still do my paperwork. Yeah, it's just how it is. So, that being said. Yeah, so this doesn't look like a bad build, okay, by any means. I've already heard some people complaining about it, and I'm just like, you know what, I prefer these little holiday builds, especially because right now, today is November 2nd or November 3rd, I don't know. All I'm focusing on right now is when I'm done with work. Yeah. I'm done. I want to take a break. I don't want to do anymore. Yeah. Meanwhile, there's kids out here who are in school that they don't want school to end. I'm like, really? And you get to work and you get to the working age, you just want to hurry and be done with it. All right. I don't have anything to smush that down. I'm going to take this brick and kind of line those up. Those are kind of crooked. Matter of fact, the other day I was craving for snickerdoodle cookies, and I have to go get the mix for it. And yes, I do bakes things. If I need the grub, I'll bake them. Now, that does sound good. Our cookies with sprinkles on them too. Now, I'm getting myself hungry. I got to stop, huh? Well, obviously, this set has an open back, so this could be used as is in a city. I'm hoping that's the case. I was looking for one of these plates in that color a long time ago. Had to use an alternative color, and there's another one. This set here, I can't talk about it because that tutorial won't be released by the time this is published. I needed metallic silver roller skates. This set has a bunch. I mean, you know, it happens, you know. I need it for a tutorial. And it just so happens that the set had them. But, you know, I don't know until I open up the set. And I can't use them until I'm fully done with it. And plus, this is a nice winter holiday build. And I didn't want to postpone the second large Lego tutorial for next year. I just noticed something. See how those arrows are different heights under there? I guess I can do that too, huh? Yeah, though, but some of these guys who are in the Lego thing, they get kind of greedy, and there's been a lot of leaks going on, and I just bluntly said, hey, Lego allows it. They could stop this at any time. You know, go after the leaks. There's people there like me who follow the rules down to the T because I'm in that same situation. I don't want somebody leaking out my stuff, especially if it's software related. You know, so, I mean, that having been said, that's what it is. And Lego allows the leaks. So be it. And this light, this LED light here, this is going bad. It's starting to flicker. I thought maybe it was a surge. No, I gotta get a new bulb. I have one that's a floodlight, but you know, I don't need to be drowning it out. And the ring light is not meant to do that. This is just overhead. I don't have the ring light on. I have it hooked up right now, but I'm saving that for later. What it does, the light will surge and will get brighter and dimmer. When LEDs get brighter, their life gets shorted out, so the life will get shorter on those, and then pretty soon I will just have to buy a new bulb. So I think I may have one in storage. I don't know. I have to look and see if I do. I can't pull that one out now. It's pretty warm. I tried that voice recorder out that I found, and I'm going to see if I can get that working a bit more. Yeah, I survived 2 whole years in the Ambassador Network without messing up. That's pretty good for me. But I very rarely talk in there too, and that's my problem. Sometimes I'll say things that come out wrong. So I'm just kind of keeping it to myself on certain things. Sometimes I get blunt on things. Oh, we got to make 4 of those. But this time I've been kind of been behaving and just like, okay, I'm not saying anything. Sometimes I have to. And just be like, hey, I got to be blunt on this. The thing I hate about stacking a bunch of 1x1s together. I don't have a lot of these in medium nougat. So I got to go pick that up. I'm a klutz today, I'll tell you. I've been dropping so many things, and of course the book closes, and I got to figure out where I'm at. And yeah, I'm just kind of waiting for the holidays. It's a while, but no, I know there's some kids out there probably counting down to Christmas break. Out here, Thanksgiving is a week. You know, I mean, and except for Thursday. Well, no, I'm off that whole week anyways. Before I used to have to work except for Thursday and Friday. So now I have to do the whole gig, and I can take off more. I just work harder and longer hours, and then I take everything off. Is that a U-line haul or U-line delivery? Let me look here. My apologies, guys and gals. It is a business day, so yeah, I have to look out the window today. And I'm working on making portable lights anyway, so I can do these anywhere I want. I could do them outside. I could do them anywhere. So I'm working on doing outdoor reviews. Those are always fun to do. Trying to think of a good place to do them. So I'm going to try to fix up a real nice area in my yard where I can just sit down and build sets outside. Build them outdoors, and instead of just being cooped up in the house all day. Because this is, after a while, this does get kind of, boring. And out here, winter time is when you want to be outside. It's like in the 60s, maybe in the 50s some days, but 60s. And yeah, it'd be kind of cool to just kind of do these outside and kind of just chill out and just kind of relax. I'm being cooped up inside all day, and my asthma's been flaring up. And I notice it's only happening when I get out of when I go to bed. It happens right after I brush my teeth, so I'm wondering if I'm allergic to the toothpaste or it's the icy cold water. So tonight I'm gonna try doing warm water and see if that kind of slows it down, because it's getting kind of annoying. Anybody who's had asthma knows that, it's like, oh, this is pretty cool right here so far. Yeah, so I'm glad to see, I think it's called Britain Bricks, if I'm getting your name right. That's all I can remember, I'm sorry. And then there's Snowy, Oh, I can't remember. I know Janet, Dan used to watch. I think he might be busy. One of you, I remember Emily or something like that watches my stuff too. I'd have to look. I just, I'm trying to remember names here of everybody who commonly comments. I can't remember your name. I've seen you comment on a bunch of my videos, and I got to remember here. I'm trying to rack my brains. Do I have to pull up the iPad to look? I've kind of been getting forgetful lately, and I don't know if it's because of age or what, but I've been kind of... I think what it is, I'm just stressed out at work. You know, I just need to kind of take it easy. I've seen my dad work himself to the grave. I don't want to be like that. Oh, this must be a cash register. So imagine if that was printed. That would make a great little cash register, huh? So that just sits right there. That's the handle to pull it down. And see, without the stickers on this stuff, there's no stickers in this set, I can imagine what it looks like. That's what I grew up with when I was a kid. I imagine stuff. And it's okay. Even it doesn't matter how old you are. Open up that imagination. Trust me, but you have to be an artist to really see things. You know, if you can just see it in your mind, you're an artist. Whether if you're a musician, a painter, a Lego creator, a gardener, a computer programmerist. You know, a lot of that stuff you have to see in your mind. You know, you just have to. If you know. One of these little soldier things. Oh, it goes like that. Oh, that reminds me of a video. Back in, I don't know if it was in England, where the Queen's soldiers came by and they said, "Make way," and they trampled that poor little boy, and I thought, you're kidding me, right? That happened here in the States, man, they would have put those guys on, they would have gotten them in trouble for that, but, you know. Oh, you're going to have to really wiggle that one in there, huh? Right there. Kind of hard to get that in, but there it is. Oh, okay. So, we don't need a turntable for that one, huh? Yeah, so I'm already working on next year's tutorials. I got 9 so far done. Well, not finished, but they've been written up. Okay. And it'd be easier to put this one on first. Now I just got to put together the building guides and stuff like that for these tutorials. See, there goes that light. So I'm thinking, hopefully, I've been seeing a lot of freight being delivered out here. Nothing. I'm still waiting for a parts haul, by the way, and I hadn't even gotten that yet. What is this thing? A choo-choo train, maybe? It looks like a choo-choo train. I'm trying to see what that is. Oh, they use the roller skates for it. So it is a train. Does it matter which way those go? Okay, so the toe part goes on the outsides. You know what? I had a wacky dream last night, which is kind of weird. You know how you're in Minecraft, you build things? I was building something in the middle of an ocean. In Minecraft, a house. Because every 1,000 blocks I place a house, I'll have a resting spot. Because the stupid phantoms will get you if you don't have a bed or something. And in real life, or in my imagination, I was dreaming this up, and just all of a sudden, I don't know what it was, I was building this thing out in the ocean, and you know those metal extension ladders? I was trying to climb down on that, and this thing was like 30 feet up in the air, Now just imagine this ladder was going into the water with the waves crashing against it. So imagine how wobbly that was. And that wouldn't have been too fun. And we have this piece. I wonder if it went over to that bag over there. That's what we have remaining with these. I'm going to set these over here. They may go over there. And a lot of this other stuff here is just kind of random. Here's the $100 bill. So some of this kitty got mixed up, or that's just how it is. Sometimes Lego will do that, but that's what we have remaining for bag 1. Alright, so bag 2 looks like we're building more accessories. I'll just drag that right over here. And I have a feeling we'll need this, so we'll set that over there. And I'm glad that Lego gives me the opportunity to share my experiences with you guys and gals on builds. I know Britt does the same thing. I don't know your name, sir, but I know you do the same thing I do, except he does vintage stuff. He recreates old sets. And honestly, and I'm just going to bluntly say it, I prefer the older sets over these newer ones. Why? Because everything was blocky. You had to imagine things. You had to get creative with your mind and pretend that, you know, there was only a few colors in Lego. I'll show you. Not these specific pieces. We had red, yellow, blue, white, and black. That's what I had when I was a kid. And the base plates were green. Okay? And back in the old days, I think it was only just a handful of colors. You know, that's what I had. That's all we had back then. Right? Imagine me building one of my modern houses with those colors. Wow, a rocket for a Christmas gift? Maybe it's supposed to be a rocket ship. Not something that's... Lego, I hope we're not promoting war-related stuff in this. I thought you were against that stuff. Yeah, with that whole... with the wars going on right now, a lot of these countries are putting people on sanctions, which I don't blame them. With the thing going on in Ukraine and Israel right now. And, yeah, it's just kind of brutal. Well, bag 2 just did those few items, right? Then we're doing this. Kind of goofy, but it might be a multi-build after all. Or it might be up to 2 people. And even though if Lego did not provide me with all the parts, with all that stuff. Yeah, if you've watched one of my other reviews on some of this stuff, I flat out failed the set because it was missing one part. I'm getting hard on that now. It was a flat out 0. Basically, it was a piece that I have very few of. And 2, it was in reddish brown, and I had to risk a part breaking it just to put it on there. It was just, the part didn't break, but I was just like, I don't have time for that. I just, so. Alrighty. Whoops, that'll go there. Ooh, excuse me, but I'm going to try to do is get this thing, and I have another review offer I haven't accepted yet, but Lego's kind of trickling them in. So if they're trickling the review offers in, I'll take them. It's a theme that I've done before, that I've reviewed. It's not a theme that I'm excited about, but sometimes I got good parts. And I've heard rumors of people denying review offers, and Lego won't send them anything for a while. That's what I've heard. So I'd rather just accept the offers and just bite the bullet on it. But every build's going to get equal treatment from me. Like this so far is keeping my interest. And 2, we're in November. It's the start of the holidays. This is a great holiday build. You know, I mean, we got to start somewhere for the holidays, right? I know my parents were asking me what do I want for Christmas? And I'm like, I really don't need anything, you know. Oh, do you want Lego? I'm like, I got so much Lego around here right now. I said, you've seen my house. I got so much of this stuff. I don't need any Lego stuff, you know. Of course, I hinted for a brand new car. I said, I can always use a new car. I know I won't get one, but I'm not that entitled, you know. I have to work for that. I was looking at the newer Chevy Silverado pickups, and they're like $90,000, and I thought, well, really, am I going to use it? You know, what am I really going to use this thing for? I'm not going to be hauling anything with it, so it's kind of, I don't know. Well, these presents look pretty familiar, huh? It's like something I would build. Did they copy me? Most likely not. Because it's a very simple design, you know. Everybody's got their own style of building. Yeah, this is a nice little quick build. It's not nothing too hard or strenuous or anything. Just you build it and you go. You know, you're done. Am I recording on this goofy thing? Yes, I am. But one thing about Bricks, though, what he does is he has the instructions on the corner of his screen on some of his videos. I can't do that here because this is not in digital form yet. And two, I'd have to contact Lego and see if it's okay, but they probably would frown upon it. So I gotta, you know, you have to respect their, you know, their thing. You know, they provide the sets, but they also make the rules, and I just have to follow the rules. I can't leak. I can't do anything. And two, why would I leak anyways? It's not mine to do it. And plus, I wouldn't want Lego to leak in my stuff, although we don't work with one another on that, so I'm not a designer of them by any means. You know, so they don't say, hey, Jay, build this for us. We'll pay you, but, you know, whatever. Hey, can you share us your latest tutorials? We won't tell anybody. There we go. And then I'd be like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I want that exposed or not. Yeah, I'm going to go with my LED bulb stash and see if I have another bulb. I do have a floodlight. It's like a recessed light that will focus light just in this area. I may try that and see. I got a bunch. Since I've been doing some remodeling, I've been removing some of these old canister lights. And so I pulled the LED bulbs out of them, and they kind of work good for that. I think that, well, that doesn't want to go in. You think that had been filled in there. Well, we obviously know how the roof's going to attach on here, huh? Yeah, alright, here we go. Yeah, for what this is a nice little set. This part so far seems like it's modular. Why don't they start bag two with, if this is truly a piece that just snaps on the top, which it looks like it does on that, why didn't Lego make this into, where two people can build this? I don't get that. This would make a great thing for two children to put together, or friends or loved ones. Wish I could get my bunch into Lego though. I got so much of it. Yeah, I'm hoping in the next few weeks to get a haircut. Getting in there is getting me more and more of a chore. I got to make an appointment quick. If not, I'll have to wait. But it's not a big deal for me. I want to kind of get it done before holidays. I'm not having family over. It's just my parents and myself, and I think my sister and a nephew. But that's about it. It's nothing like I'm having a big gathering this year. Yeah. Do I really care? Yeah. You gotta make 2 of these, and these snap here. Like that. Gotta have something to go over the front of that. And I'm not sure where these other pieces came from. I don't know, they might go to the roof. We don't know yet. We haven't gotten that far. Remember that one that we found in the other bag? I wasn't doing the thumbnail, I was just doing the thing for this. The thumbnail will be this. Whoops, you all see how that just broke apart? So now I'm having pieces flake off of this now. Or did I forget to put that over here? That's my bad, so I can't ding off for that. That's my mistake. I forgot to put that in there. Okay, this does go on here. So this is not a modular build. I was hoping it would be. So this is just a solo build. Kind of cool in the back. Huh? Well, we'll take a closer look at that in a bit. Right now, I kind of want to just build it and get it done because I'm kind of pressed for time today. I got to do some paperwork. Like I said, I got to get going on some projects here for work-related, well, I said a bad word, some work-related issues, and then once I get that going and get it out of the way, I'll be fine. As I got just a few more things left to do before my weekend starts. I mean, I've had a bunch of my buddies say, "Why do you work so much?" I'm just bored. I mean, honestly, if I was married and had kids, I wouldn't be. I'd be giving the job the middle finger, be like, guys, adios, I am gone. I'm finished. I don't want to do any more for a while. Okay, it goes like this. I was kind of confused there. So it lines up with that right there, too. Does that hang over like theirs? Yes, it does. Okay, that's supposed to hang over, like right here you can see. It's like, okay. Alright, so now we got to do the other side here. Looks like it's just a mirror, almost a mirror of what we just did. And we don't have that much left. It's just little odds and ends and stuff. Well, we haven't built the Christmas tree yet. Oh, my bad. Holiday tree. I may make somebody mad over that one. Yeah, it's gotten to be so bad where you say Merry Christmas to somebody anymore and they get offended over it. You're like, Merry Christmas. Oh, I don't believe in that holiday. Oh, I'm sorry. Would you like to have the middle finger instead? I don't say that, but sometimes I'm just tempting. I think that's done. We're starting something different here, unless the snowman's going to get attached to it. And I understand some people just don't believe in it, you know, whatever. I mean, to me, it's the holidays. But still, this piece here, remember that for the propane tanks for the campers? Yeah, this one's got that in there. These twigs are gonna spin around, but I think that's what their intent is for. I'm starting to yawn and I need a nap. Yeah, over the week, finally got rid of the landline here. Wasn't by choice either, they were getting rid of them to begin with. So now everything now is ported to the cell phone. So the days of having caller ID flash on the computer are over. Now, we're going back in time. Everybody wants the phone, the cell phone. So what if I have the cell phone in another room, you know, and I don't want to bring it in here? I think this is going to get buried, so we don't care what order these are in, but still. Blue is such a lovely color for Lego. Yeah, next month I got to go to the dentist again for a cleaning. And I don't want to do that stuff during Christmas. For some reason, every time I go to the dentist, it's always during the holidays. That's when they start socking you with big bills. I'm like, but now I've kind of just like, could this wait 3 weeks till the first of the year? Oh yeah, I can. Like, okay, because I'm not going to spend my holidays and spend Christmas gift money on this. And they kind of look at me funny, and I'm like, sorry, but no. Nice simple tree here. All right. Put some ornaments on here. I think they're ornaments, or they could be lights. I think there'd be a nose cone on the top of that or something. Kind of drag the contour of that up a bit. And no, that is it. Now they show the mug and everything on here now. So let's put that on here real quick. And for the money, they have the little boy who has the money. He's got $100 just flashing around like he's got the bling with the greased hair. And that's it. So now we know where all the mysterious parts went. And this is what we have remaining for bag 2. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this on the turntable, and just so happens it's right down here. So yes, I will have to bump the camera around for a bit. Now, one of these other GWP sets, you had to spend like $100 for the same amount of parts. So I'm assuming that you have to spend $100 to get this set. So I'm assuming that as well. That kind of thing. Okay. So we're just going to set this up here, and we're just going to have some fun with it. All right. I'm wondering if I should just do this all right now in one video like I usually do and just be done with them here. The reason being is so I can get it done, or let's do it more face on. I don't need to go and do a close-up tour on this. This is so small for what it is. I'm not even going to do that. It's just kind of wasting time and have to film it, the review twice. It's kind of silly. This ring light, I tell you, is pretty cool, but the little grommet inside that holds the light up, obviously, is kind of already fallen out of the plastic. You get what I only paid $15 for it, so you get what you paid for. But it was meant to be an experiment to see how well, if I like the ring light, will I, you know. So now I'll be inclined to buy a better quality one. Not of this brand. And you can probably guess where it's made at. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, we're going to start the review, And yeah, so what I'm going to do is just hit, well, I'm going to say pause, unpause, just to kind of get it going here. Here we have the holiday vendors booth. That's what I'm going to call it. Let's start over here off to the left. We got ourselves a brick snowman. Pretty cool. And a Christmas tree or a holiday tree and how you look at it. Very simple. And off to the right we have two minifigures. We got this young gentleman here with the greased hair. I like that torso too, and he's got a $100 bill. What is he going to do? Buy everything out? And this gal here must be his mom. I like the torsos. Maybe $100 bills for inflation, huh? And here we have the booth here. And as you can see, we got plenty of things. We got ourselves a little rocket ship, a toy soldier, and a train. Here's a cash register, a mug, and some decorations hanging on the front of this. It doesn't look too bad. This is actually pretty cool. And the back is left open for play. So this could possibly be used in a Lego city as is. So obviously you can walk in here and just play and stuff like that, and you can put your figures in there. And let's take a closer look at it while we're here. Very seldom you ever see me pull things off the turntable. Pretty cool. And that's essentially what that is. And well, we got that backwards. Whoopsie! I'm not going to script all this. And essentially, it was a very enjoyable build. So we're going to dive right on into the review with build experience. And this was a very fun build. It wasn't strenuous. You just have to follow the instructions. I actually skipped a few steps, but that was my fault. But other than that, though, it's a very enjoyable build. It puts you in the holiday spirit, and you got two minifigures and two accessory pieces. So really cool. Build quality is pretty good. I didn't have anything fall off except for the mistakes I've made, but other than that, it's a pretty sound build. So these could be used for other creations since they're pretty solid. And that leaves for mock value. You could use these other items into a city. This could possibly be dropped in a city as well because some vendors' booths are left open in the back. So you could do that. And we got our figures. In addition, this set does have a nice selection of parts, as you saw with the unboxing, so you can use these pieces for other creations. For collaborative build, it just doesn't exist with this set. I was hoping that the roof piece was separate from the base. It wasn't. Bag 2 just builds a few items. We put the roof on and we build the accessories. It was all over the place. It would have been nice if this was broken down in such a way up to 2 people can build. So sadly, really only 1 person can build this set. It would have been a great collaboration project. Now, despite of the lack of info I have on this set, this is supposed to be a gift with purchase offer. So I'm assuming it's probably you have to spend around $100 to get this sometime in November. I'll have the details in the description. And my final score on this set is going to be a 9.8. Why am I dinging off 0.2? I was really hoping this be collaborative. Other than that, there's a lot of accessories, lots of fun stuff to do in here, and it's a playable model, especially for a gift with purchase offer. And honestly, I'm very happy with the outcome of this set. So tell me what you think of this build, especially for a gift with purchase. To me, it's a nice, cute holiday build.